Hey guys, what's up? Following up on the next video about those valve guides. So I ended up relenting and I had the valve seats redone. So if you guys saw in the previous video, which I still have to upload, the positioning of the seats weren't sitting very good on the valves. So hopefully today I can show you guys how it's actually going to look. So went back to the engineering. They worked double time. They got this for me ready so I can fit it today. So we got a lot of stuff we got to get through, and hopefully we'll get it all done today. So let me get my preps up, my gloves and everything, and I'll show you guys how we did those valves. Okay, so I reckon that's pretty much a good close angle. So I told you guys in the first video about the valve seat angles, you couldn't really see it up, but on this one you can kind of see it. You have a very light color band there, and then a darker color band and an even darker one. Those are actually different angles that they're machined at. So hopefully I can show you that now. If you look at the valve here as well, this was also machined to fit the surface area. So this is the best way of doing it, getting an engineering shop. They got all the nice fancy machinery and whatnot to fit it in, and they can obviously get you all these nice results. Now if you're doing it by hand, you know, you probably would use a valve lapping compound, which we have in the previous video. I couldn't get a fine one, so I'm just gonna cheat a little bit here with the demonstration, and I'm gonna put a little bit of lubricant grease on there to show you guys where exactly that's supposed to sit. So give me a second while I figure this out. Okay, so at risk of potentially completely destroying my perfect valve job, I'm gonna show you guys what the correct, well, I wouldn't say correct because this is the correct method, but the house method. So we're basically gonna put our paste on there very sparingly, not like what I'm doing now, but very sparingly, because I just want to show you guys the indication of the surface. I hope you guys can see that. I'm just like doing things there, gently putting it on there. If there's some professionals watching, they're probably freaking out right about now. But yeah, like I said, it's just for the community to show you guys, you know, like how it should look. Because if you've never done a valve job, you don't really know what to look for, and I'm kind of hoping I can show that to you guys, so you know exactly like when it's good versus when it's bad. Just getting it on there nicely. Okay, and then making sure nothing touches the stem. So just out of argument's sake, I'm not applying any of the grinding paste with my left hand. I only use my right hand, so I know this hand is always clean of all debris. So again, only the right hand touches that part. Nothing's getting on the stem. I'm just going to slide that in there. Auto. And why is it not focusing? Can you focus? There we go. Let it focus, and then we're going to follow our same technique. I did on the other one. Giving it, I'm just going to zoom out a bit because you guys can't see anything. There we go. Right, so give that a bit of a grind. Might help this on the valve, hey? I'll try the other side. Cup's a bit big for the exhaust valve. Got some debris on there. Just gonna try and grind that down. It's a bit slippery with these gloves on. Let's see if I can just get a good grip on that. Because you've got to corkscrew it, and you really need a fine grip for this. Sorry for that display of ineptitude workmanship. Notice how the sound. I hope I'm not destroying my valve seat just showing you guys this. It'll be fine if it'll just do what I want it to. Let me just see if I can get this figured out quickly, because it's not exactly very good to watch. You had to use a smaller stick, so just looking at that. Now listen to the sound, how it changes. Well, if the thing stays on. Gets a bit more of a high pitch on it, until it goes almost silent. And normally the harder your valve is to rotate, the more seated it is. You know, listen how it went soft there. And that's coarse again because the damn thing moved. Okay, we're gonna leave that there then, and let's have a look at, in this case, damage that we caused. But just so you guys can see that seat where it's sitting in. So, going on the other side, we're gonna pop it out of there. Again, using only the right hand, not getting any other paste on anything else. Pull it out of the head. Now that looks a little bit messy in that, but we're gonna see exactly what goes on when we clean her up. And let's go 2x zoom on that. Yeah, righto. And let's clean that up. Okay, so now if you see from before, see you got that nice dark gray band. That's what you want to see. So you got a nice smooth band all the way around, no dents, no imperfections, nothing like that. And then what I really want to show you guys is this valve. And again, you know, don't use your right hand. So look at that seat that we have there now. That is a immaculate seat. So all in all, I'm really happy with the work the engineers did. Let me just pause you quickly to get an indicator. Okay, right, so let's analyze this valve. So here we have our valve, and you can clearly see how you got a dark band there. That's from the grinding paste. I don't have a fine one, so it is what it is. But notice how you have 3 stripes. You got like a clear area there, your surface area where it comes in contact, and like surface area there. Now this could be a little bit, it's a little close to the edge, so you want to make sure you got a uniform band all the way around the valve. That's not going to be leaking, and you got your 1 to 2 millimeter band there. So this is actually where this band basically sits. Obviously you want it like dead center, but in reality getting that done is very difficult, especially on this engine. Like whoever owned the car previously didn't really take a lot of good care of it, but yeah, that's why we're building it, so you guys get to learn a lot. And I really enjoy salvaging all these old things that really shouldn't be driving. But yeah, so you got your valve band there. It's smooth, it's all the way, it's uniform. So when these get machined, this surface basically gets polished. So it would be detrimental, what I just did, if you had them machined and then you grind them down again, because the machining surface is more pristine than this. Now in the olden days, it would have been that the machining methods were very rugged, very rough, so you never really got a perfect cut. It was kind of like using like a hacksaw to get a surface finish. You're not really going to get that. But modern machining techniques, modern processes and everything is a lot better. So you can also see on our seat here on the valve, bright side, dark side, that's the reflective side. So we know that this valve is sitting exactly where you want it to be. So if you're building an engine, this is the kind of band you want to see on your valves, and you know that's going to work well. So you got your steep angle, shallow angle, and then your surface area, which is basically, so this angle here and that angle there is machined the same. That's why, okay, well, I kind of rubbed the number off now, but this one here, make sure I've got nothing on that stem. This one here actually has been matched to this one, so it'll only fit in the, well, it won't fit there because that's the intake valve, but you know what I mean. And then also you've got a lubricant on there, so I'm just going to be putting a little bit of engine assembly lube on this stem. And now he does have a bit of MS grease on there, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, I also had them done the valve stem seals because they were a little bit tricky to do, and with this head it's not really good to show. So I'll probably make a valve stem video in the future. They just didn't work too well with this head because they got that odd shape that we had that show you guys did last time. So let's get some lubricant on there and get this valve in. Okay, engine assembly lube, add it onto the stem seal, making sure that you have no residue. Make sure nothing's left there, otherwise it's gonna braid my system. So we cleaned it out with some brake clean, making double sure it's nice and dry. and everything. So in the previous video I did cover like how you would get that with brake clean. Make sure you don't want to flush things from the top down because it'll go in your head. You want to turn the head back upside down, flush it through that side, and you would get your brake clean. So it's going to slide that in place there. It's going to hit the valve stem seal, slight pressure, and it's going to slide through, and that's going to seat. Now there's a little bit of assembly lube there, so that's going to affect our seal, but I did demonstrate the seal in the other video. So that's basically the follow-up on how you want to do the valves. And what's also nice is you guys would see how they numbered these instead of punching them, which is the preferred method that I like. I really like how these engineers worked on this head. Not to mention they got it done within a day, which I was like, wait, what? I thought the guy was messing with me, but yeah, it seemed they did a pretty good job. And also they did do the valve clearance as well on the other side, so being the solid bucket shim is a bit more difficult, so we're probably going to cover that next, and then hopefully we'll get to the head assembly today, which will be fantastic. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap it up with that. There's not really much to cover else on this head other than that, but yeah, I'm going to move on to the next one. And if you're doing valves, I hope this is a good indication of what you need your valves to look like.